Morning. I found a piece. I had to quit the build yesterday because quite honestly, I ran out of material. So I did what I call a industrial dumpster dive. That's what I call it. Yesterday, and got some more scrap metal to help bring me along on this. So, we use, like I've said many times, what we can find. And that usually makes our builds unique, one of a kind. Not, like I always say, not another one like it in the world. Yeah, that's why. Anyway, I found this piece of angle iron, and it is gonna do nicely. In fact, I think, let me show you. This kind of looks like exactly the same as what I've been using, and it is. So that makes it even better. So I'm going to cut this piece up that I dumpster dived. Let me show you what else I got. I don't know how usable this stuff is, but I grabbed it. It's all pieces and parts, but I did find this. It's not very big, but it's very thick, 1/4 inch thick. Anyway, I got all of this and this, and I was real excited to get this. Well, as excited as a person can be for getting a piece of angle iron, let's just say. So we'll cut it up, and we're going to piece this in the middle here, going up and down to separate our end table from shelves to cabinet. You'll see. So I'm going to have to move this off the table, but before I do, the reason I got to move it off the table is because I need to put up the chop saw again to cut the steel. So, but before I do, I'm going to tack the underside of this so I can get these clamps off of it. It'll be badass. You'll see. You'll see. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I think we're going to have a pretty short day today because we have some previously agreed upon commitments that we need to do today. So we're going to get as much done as we can before we have to go, let's just say. And then if we have time, or if it doesn't take that long, we'll come back to it. We're just going to tack this down a little bit. All right, I can't speak, that worked. We're gonna bring this to the only level part of the garage floor that we have, boys. It's not that heavy. We might as well weld up the bottom while we have it down like this. So we'll do that real quick. Here's what the bottom looks like. And we'll put the casters probably right over these square tubing holes. other side now.
Yeah! All right! Heck yeah! Yeah! All right! Nice!
So this is what I'm going to do. You know, there's always a better way to do it, but this is what I'm doing, okay? I always have to throw that in there. All right. I'm going to put, this is going to be the cabinet side over here, right here. So I'm going to put a partition along here to separate these shelves from this cabinet. It's going to be a small cabinet, but it's going to be a cabinet nonetheless. So I just have to figure out how wide I want to make the opening and all that stuff. Make sure everything's level so that the sides are going to go up level. We'll get this welded in, move around to the other side and weld that in too. Yeah, buddy. Okay, we got these center posts welded in. Now I need to start boxing it in. tip this up on end and then we'll weld this in. Yeah, buddy. We got a little tack down there we need to take out so it lays flush. That's why it's important as you go by the years of life to have a little bit of everything, even if it's primitive, when it comes to tools. Tools are the most important thing next to food, shelter, and water. Yeah, buddy. Okay, we got the divider in there now. Looks good. And now we're just gonna put the sides on. So I have to measure 20 by 20 sheets of this same type of metal. And I'm gonna put it on the sides like that. And I'm gonna see if I can find some diamond plate for the backside. If I can, I'll just use the same stuff. All right, we might have to grind out those welds, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. So it'll lay flush. And I'm going to use this sheet of metal here that looked like it was a doormat for somebody at one time. And we'll cut up this into 20 by 20 pieces, 2 of them. Okay, you can see that I ground these welds out so that our piece will lay flush on here on both sides. Yeah. Heck yeah! Well, I almost made a pretty sizable mistake. I cut this piece for the side, and I cut the other piece for the other side. I was getting ready to weld them in, and I took a step back, and then I realized, hey, this is the side that's going to have the cabinet door on it. So that ain't going to work. I was talking to the floor, did you hear me? Yeah, this is the side that's going to have the cabinet on it. Fortunately for me, this is square enough so that I can use the other piece that I cut and carefully squared up and all that stuff for the back side of it. Okay, we got it clamped in real good. And this is how the outside's going to look on the back side of it. Nice, no welds on the seams at all. And we'll tip this up and we'll weld it on the inside where it doesn't show. Well, I probably should have did that one first instead of the center one, but we'll make do. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to rub this down with some acetone, but it's coming out pretty good. It's definitely one of my favorites. I'm going to put another shelf on it. It's going to sit right in the center here. It's going to come out the same length as this bottom shelf, like this. And I'm thinking about doing the expanded metal again, so it matches everything. That is, if I have enough. I always say that, then I end up having it. It seems like it, so I'm going to keep saying it. Heck yeah, I'm going to keep saying it, because every time I say if I have enough, I end up having it. Of course, now that I've told you that if I have enough, I probably won't have it. Does that make sense? No, it don't make no damn sense. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to put a middle shelf here. I'm going to put a big shelf that comes all the way out to here. I already have the side on it. Other side. Even though this looks good, I'm going to trim this with a little bit of trim. Just a small piece of angle iron. I have some of that. I just recently got some of it, some really small angle iron. I'm going to try to dress it up. Now there's no welds on the outside of this because I could just barely reach in there and it wasn't easy. You know, when you're welding, you got to plan ahead for contingencies like shouldn't put the first shelf in, should do all the outside ones first. Then, you know, then you end up with a problem of welding in the... It doesn't matter. You got to learn to weld up, down, sideways, crossways, far away, close up. every project I've done, you get better and better because you have to do those sorts of things. Anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah. We'll put a door on here, a locking door somehow. I have enough diamond plate to do this door. And it'll just be a open and close, and I'll just put a little hasp block on it right here or something like that. And I'm gonna leave this part open here with that back closed up like that there. Because I want to. I think that'll look pretty cool. I don't know. We play it as we go. You know, we run into problems, we try to solve them if we can. And if we can't, we just move on and deal with what we got. That's my motto. But I do finish all my projects, whether they're good or bad. This is going to be good. This is not going to be a bad one. I can tell right now. So, that's how we roll. I'm not sure if you can envision this or not, but I'll probably dress it up with a little bit of matching rebar and things like that somewhere. Well, working with metal is dirty. Real dirty. Okay, we'll see you on part 4, because this is part 3.